Okay, folks, with Supersonic Speed, we are back after our quick intermission for the rest of the Sonic and the Sidekicks hotfix. If you don't know about these events, these are one-off events that we've been doing at least one weekend every year where we show off Sonic speed runs with a different theme. We've seen glitchless runs, we've seen all emerald runs, we've seen a whole load of fan games. We have seen it all. And on the very first one, I was seemingly teasing a runner about their first ever run. And I'm hopefully going to be put to shame because that person that I was teasing was in fact myself. And the setups have changed. Like, games have progressed, which I am very happy to see. Now, the last time that I had this runner that is about to show this game off, they were teasing me with their game. If they find a way to tease me, besides, you know, playing the game better than I did, then I'm going to be offended or something. I don't know. But no matter what I say, it's going to... Anyway. But we had just ran a poll in the chat because we do have Sonic here. I know we're trying to avert our eyes. We don't want to see him too much, but we do also have two other characters who I'm sure they have big influences on the gameplay, but the winner was Mighty. And I'm going to hand over to Broken Hyperlink to... Well, I'm going to join for commentary a little bit here and there, but I'm also going to let Broken Hyperlink introduce herself and talk about this game.
And this is SegaSonic the Hedgehog, a Japanese exclusive arcade, well, technically exclusive, I guess, arcade game that came out in 1992. Like I said, was typically only in Japan. There were a couple of cabinets released in like England and America, but they were still in Japanese. Fun thing was they did plan on an English release, and with like the SAT-AM design and everything. It's very interesting. If you want more information about that, there's the conroom floor, but we will get started. Time will start as soon as I count down and say go. Just saying this now because this goes very quickly. So go and pick Mighty. 3, 2, 1, go.
I thought you were picking Ray to troll people. I was just like,
no,
you can't do that. You can't do that. The people have spoken.
I get confused on what direction to hit.
And that would be because of the trackball. Funny old arcade game. They thought, let's use a trackball. So you're doing this with keyboard, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, not the cleanest. Still decent though.
Well, you'll be seeing Broken Hyperlink try to kind of fight with the controls a little bit. There's only so much we can do in terms of emulating the movement of a trackball onto a keyboard. I think the game is also just fairly jank anyway. From the reports that I've heard of people who have actually tried the arcades, it's still hard to get precise diagonal movement, as you can see, sort of like going in between two different inputs there to get down the ramp, but very nicely done.
For some reason it's only that diagonal. The diagonal we're going up to now is a lot nicer somehow.
Yeah, nice and smooth. Yeah, funny arcade games.
I've only avoided that fire once during practice.
It's all part of the game plan, surely.
Yeah, it's fine. It's included in the estimate, don't worry.
Nice. Well, as you can see with this game, we do have rings, but we did get hit a second ago, and we didn't lose our rings. Do you want to explain the health system?
You have like a life bar in this game. You pick up rings, it gives you a little extra more health. You can take a good few hits. I believe different things hurt you different amounts, and there's like one hit KOs and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's obviously stuff like falling off the stage kills you as well. This game technically you can't game over because you can just keep in some more coins, which we don't have to worry about. It's not real life coins, thankfully.
No, yeah, well, it always makes it for a funny, you know, if you're doing a charity event, you could be like, oh yeah, I'll donate every time I have to use a coin. Nicely done with those cycles. Those cycles are rough. They can be very tricky. Ooh, the intentional strategy.
The intentional death.
Let's go. So yeah, this game, despite how on the rails it is, there is a lot of optimizations to be had around the... Oh, very nice, getting around the spikes. Yeah, there are a whole load of optimizations here and there that, like, we can't go into intricate detail with all of them, but there are so much. There is so much. Nicely done. Trying to avoid all the spikes here, finding a nice clean route, using the platforms at the right time, getting through ICR. Nicely done.
It's a very, I feel like it's the first level you can do well and smoothly, especially if you get that line at the bottom of the bottom it.
Definitely. Well, staying on the alliteration, we are now over to Desert Dodge, which this one, you know, it's not a super hard stage, but to sort of get smoothly and to get speedy it can be tricky.
Yeah. So counting the modes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Trying to get it. Oh.
Nice, managing to get out of there. Ooh. Okay. So if Linky had been right in the middle of that little sand stream, whatever, Mighty would have got eaten, which is less than ideal, especially with the health that we've got at the moment. Taking our first life. That's all right, we move.
It's fine.
Little alley of funny caterpillar things that can damage us. There is a very sort of tight window that you can kind of get underneath them and just go through without getting hit. But yeah, it's a tight one. And
it's another one I've only gone once during practice.
Yeah,
it's not getting used to.
It's nice when you get it, but you know, it's not a massive time save. More sand gimmicks, you'll have to see it. It is literally getting everywhere, this sand.
It is. It's so slow as well.
And there we go. Desert Dodge. Nicely done. Managing to avoid the, what's it called? Quicksand. There we go.
Yeah.
Literally, the speedrun jokes are there. It's got to be quicksand, of course.
It's probably the first level where you would have difficulty because of them sand pits with quicksand. Like I do still have trouble with them. You can, like, I think near enough jump over them if you get a really good line, but I'm not that good. Trap Tower is another level where you can schmooth really nicely through once you get it.
And some of the eagle-eared amongst you might recognize this little jingle. Ooh, going for the strat. I haven't seen this being used in the run before.
I'm going to try and do the jump through the electric field as well, because gotta.
Go on, swag on it.
Again, another thing I've only gone once during practice, but...
Oh, I got it! Let's go! Let's go. Good job. And then the beauty of the ladders at the end of Trap Tower, you can just go all the way up on this side and life's good. But yeah, the music for this was used in the Sonic Mania, like funny little extra pinball that you can get in Mania Plus. So soundtrack for this game, absolutely delightful. Of course, it doesn't get its due dividends because nobody really knows all too much about this game, and it never got a re-release, despite our, best hopes, best wishes.
They did plan to, but they didn't know how to emulate the trackpad, or trackball rather. So even back then, Sega didn't know what the hell was going on. Limbo Landslide is a nice one because we stay on this diagonal, so I don't have to correct as much for a lot of the level, thankfully. I hate having to fight the controls when I do.
Alrighty, which route is it going to be?
It's going to be top. Why would I take the harder route?
Sigh. Of course. My legacy in shambles right now. Alrighty, so taking the middle path there, making sure not to slam into the cartoon, oh, you want to go down this way.
Oh, no.
I think he's lining up. Oh, not quite. So there is a lineup on this boss to just kind of wedge yourself in between the arms with the spikes and the wheels, which is super, super handy because this is like a 7 or 8 hit boss. And you want to be trying to landing those hits nice and quick. But that's all right. Found a good spot there. Didn't get spiked again. And that is
the only boss in the entire game.
Indeed. Ching. And it's taking us onto what feels like a gauntlet. There's no bosses in the next stage, but it's a real gauntlet. You can see we've gone from 5, we're going to 6, we are going to Wild Waterway, which is brutal. It is a game. It is a stage that you can be spending a lot of your time on, but we've got to get to the hard part first, which, preceding it is a easy part. Well, I did say easy part, but I mean, Linky. Nice
we go from the easiest part of the game to the hardest part in a matter of seconds.
Yeah. So at this point, we're holding down and right, kind of rubbing against the wall because this is where we are safe. Collecting a few rings here and there, avoiding all of these enemies, and then eventually we will start the climb because we need to get to the top of Wild Waterways. You can see it was like a big connection of waterfalls, and yeah, that kind of gives you a bit of an idea of what our main challenge is going to be for the rest of this stage.
So there's the wall. Time to start shimmying up.
Nice.
Let's see if Wild Waterways will be kind to me today, no matter how much I practice. Still being so cruel. And straight away.
Fantastic start. So the way that these are programmed is, you can still very easily go off the left and the right of these rafts.
I'll take that. That was decent.
That wasn't too bad, and this is where it gets a little bit harder because the rafts are now smaller and thinner and tougher as a result. So even when you're trying to jump from one to the other, you can still bounce off the wall if you go to the right a little bit too much. And it's just you just got to pay the money. The tax collector's in.
It's just not happening today.
Oh my gosh, that just respawned you in the water. Ooh, and we're almost near the end. It might respawn us at the end. Let's go.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, that is a very accurate, if you're getting into the game, expect that to happen quite a lot.
Yeah. Some people just have it, some don't.
Yeah.
Some days you'll just have it, today's not that day.
And here is another section where jumping and timing your execution is super, super important. These will run on funny cycles, and it depends on what time you get to the stage. So, I was just spawning you inside the...
Game is being so mean today.
Dang. Nice. Ooh, that was kind of swaggy.
Wasn't being this mean to me during practice. Oh well.
Sounds about right.
That's why we have estimates.
Indeed, now we're on the outside of the tower. This game has a thing for towers, it seems. They throw out the alliteration by the end. I can't think of Eggman's Empire?
I was going to say Empire. But
yeah.
I know, it doesn't make sense for a tower, I would say.
Yeah. I wonder if there are any synonyms for tower to start with. Anyway, we are, as you can see, the gauntlet keeps going with these.
It keeps going.
It's as easy as it looks, which is not very. In the high level runs, there is a very tight set of, knowing when they're going to be going down, when they're going to be going up. Sometimes you have to wait for them to come down. Sometimes you try and get that jump over. All the windows are super tight. But getting through that last bit of the gauntlet and coming up to near the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
No funny sprite, but that's all right. Got to confront the Eggman. What is he going to say?
I don't think I've ever done the funny sprite.
I can't speak Japanese, so I don't know what he's saying. But basically, we got to get out of here.
We gotta go. Oh no!
It wouldn't be an arcade game without some kind of, you know, right at the end thinking, okay, we're going to get them. They're going to panic. We don't know what they're going to do. But we find ourselves heading for the exit, going down. I'm going to let Linky call the time when the time's coming up, but it's not too far away. We got
It's coming up very soon.
5, 4, 3,
And time.
2. GG.
Oh,
The good ending, no less.
yep. I think I might have actually matched my time from Themeathon, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah? Well, we're
Yeah.
seeing a 12:44 on our end, I think.
I have a 12:43. It might even be a 42 because split a little late, but
Ah.
still super close.
Consistent.
If it's a 1 second PB, it's a 1 second PB.
Yeah, and I will use this opportunity to make fun of myself. It's 2 minutes and like 15 seconds quicker than my time. So when I last did it on the Hotfix for the Sonic and the shiny thing, so good job.
Thank you. It's a very short game. It can be very cruel at times, like it does be in Wild Waterway. But it's fun, you know. Within a few months, you'll probably be getting sub 20.
Oh yeah,
Get a little bit
yeah,
longer, easily be getting sub 15. You know, that's what people typically tend to be, I think. But shout outs to Spectral, S2, and yourself, because I believe you three are the only ones who currently have sub 11 times, is it?
I'm not sub 11. I should join the
Oh, you're
club.
not? You should.
I'm the
How are you
next
not sub
nearest.
11 yet? You're
'Cause
third, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm third at the moment. I missed the wave of when this game was really finding its optimizations. It's got a TAS as well. This game has had quite a lot of love poured into it, and it's got guides if folks are interested. So yeah, fairly accessible when it comes to, you know, using the emulator. Or you can find your local arcade and try and run it on a trackball. God bless.
Please do. I want to see that. Doing it on no less than 9 credits as well.
Ooh, yeah. Infinite money glitch.
But also shout outs to the classic Sonic speedrun community. They put up with a lot from me and my funny little games.
Just don't get Linky started on Java stuff. All right.
Don't get me started on Tiger Electronics.
Oof. Don't get anybody started.
And also Club 601, sort of where I'm typically stick about. And obviously my boyfriend. Don't know if he's about, he might still be streaming. But yeah, and everyone that, you know, I speak to and I'm close with or whatever. Just thanks for putting up with my nonsense, with my silly little games.
Well, if more people want to put up with their nonsense, of your nonsense, in fact, where can they find where the nonsense goes down?
So for Twitch, it's twitch.tv/brokenhyperlink, which has been pinned there by a teacher, thank you. Same on, I'm calling it Twitter, I refuse to call it its other name. And if it's not Broken Hyperlink, it's brokenhyperlink_SR, like it is on YouTube or maybe even Blue Sky and stuff. It's easy enough to find me I'm pretty much on everything.
Awesome.
And yeah, I think that's about it for me.
Well, someone's brought attention to the fact that we've got Sonic on the screen, so we better quickly move on. We are going to be...
No, you don't see him.
Get rid of it! Get rid of it!
Get rid of
Yeah, there
him.
we go. That's some real love. So we're going to be heading to an intermission. You'll hear Ray scream. He's
There
got
we
a
go.
funny scream. And we
One
are
of
going to be
many.
back with Sonic Roboblast 2. We have got 2 runs of this across the event, and we're going to be seeing some more Metal Sonic. We saw some Metal Sonic in Sonic Rivals 2, and we're going to be seeing him in Roboblast 2, a fan game. Have you heard it's Round on the Doom engine? Haha, the classic. Anyway, we are going to be going to an intermission. We'll be bringing you that afterwards. And yeah, stay locked in and enjoy the rest of Sonic and the Sidekicks.